Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a look at two new news towards the Dawn Wings Necrozma as well as the Duskmane Necrozma. They're coming for the Pokemon Go Fest as far as we know. We can talk a little bit about what is going to happen here. We can take a look at what are we basically going to have here. We're going to have Pokemon debuts. It's kind of sad honestly that Niantic did like such a great job for like several years now actually I think to make like the blog post very appealing. Now you don't really have this anymore, but basically you're going to get the new forms of Necrozma, which you can get through fusing Solgaleo and Necrozma, or Necrozma as well as Lunala, and then you're going to get like new forms. On Twitter we only got really this video here real quick which kind of showcases that as well. We're going to see here Necrozma getting into a wormhole. We're going to have those two new items which you're going to take a look here at as well. You're going to see here also the fusion. We actually have already from some leakers in the game also already how the fusion going to look like. We're going to take a look at this. But yeah, we're actually gonna see it here kind of as well, how they are fusing, but we have some more information towards it as well, which you're gonna see here real quick, which you're gonna have here now. We're going to have the Necrozma being able to fuse up. Now you're gonna see a nice animation towards it, and I guess maybe they change a little bit still, but this is going to be how it's gonna look like in the game. Same goes also for the new variant of the Lunala variant, basically, of the Necrozma. As you're gonna see here, it's gonna look kinda similar, just a little bit different, and you're going to need a certain item to get those Pokemon. But yeah, those are going to be interesting, but also what's going to be interesting is that those are going to have a new move now, or like new movesets in general, which they're going to change like recently, which we see here. We're going to have new moves in terms of fast moves and charge moves. They're all got changed compared for the last time. I think only Future Sight survived from the last time. So we're going to have now Dark Pulse, not Future Sight, only Psycho Cut survived. We have Psycho Cut, Metal Claw, and Shadow Claw as a fast move for all of them, and Dark Pulse, Future Sight, Iron Head, and Outrage as charge moves for all of them. So no more bait move. Before they had Night Siege was kind of great for this one. Before we had Confusion, which was kind of great for this one. But this is all over now. We don't have those anymore. So otherwise, we're going to see here as well, if you're interested in this, there's going to be the encounter for Marshadow, which is also already leaked here, which is kind of interesting and kind of hilarious to see the animation towards it. Kind of wild that people are actually able to showcase those animations already before they're actually in the game, but looks kind of funny. But yeah, Marshadow coming of course to the game, which we know already as well. Interesting catch scene towards it, but let's move on again towards it. Here we see it as well again on how they fuse, which is kind of funny that this got leaked already like several weeks before that. But yeah, we're going to see you're going to need 1000 solar fusion energy and 30 candy and 30 Cosmo candy. So you're going to need like 60 candy in total, as well as 1000 solar fusion energy. Not sure on how much you're going to be able to get them there as well, or like how many you're going to be able to get them there, but you're going to need those items in order to fuse them. You can also unfuse them, which you're going to see here real quick, which looks also quite hilarious, as you're going to see now the Necrozma going back basically. So yeah, that's going to be happening. So the solar fusion energy and the lunar fusion energy, you're only going to be able through raids again. You're going to be able to get them if you defeat the Duskmane Necrozma, the Dawn Wings Necrozma, and yeah, basically there are also going to be some research tests to go get them, but yeah, those are going to be in raids for the global Go Fest, so that's going to be interesting. And also for the in-person Go Fest, you're going to have some research tests to get those yeah, fusion energy. I would imagine you get a little bit more than 1000, because then you're basically going to be completely screwed. Maybe you're just gonna get 1000, you're not going to be able to fuse them back, but that's going to be kind of what is happening. And yeah, we're going to get Necrozma raids, you're going to get the Dawn Wings as well as the Duskmane Necrozma raids, so that's going to be quite interesting. And here we're going to see now the featured attacks, and those are going to be an interesting one, because if you, as soon as you basically fuse them together, you're going to get the move Sunsteel Strike as well as Moongeist Beam, depending on which one you're going to get, and they have 135 power. We don't know the energy level yet for those moves, but I would imagine it's 60. Why is it 60? Because we have Roar of Time, which is 65 for 150, so I would just imagine that they go one below and a little bit lower in terms of power. So I think 60 does make quite a lot of sense for them. But we can take a look at this one then a little bit later here as well. Then they released another article, which is quite interesting, because it's basically again the same thing, where you can encounter the lunar fusion energy and stuff like this, and for the real red location. Not too sure why they split this up. There's going to be a special research, of course, for the mythical Pokemon Marshadow. Not really too sure. Then there's on Sunday an adventure a free special research story, learn about Ultra Wormses and encounter Cosmog, so you're going to be able to get another Cosmog one for the global Go Fest here as well, so that's going to be kind of interesting. So yeah, here we're going to basically see what the rate is going to happen for the global one. Players will be having the opportunity to catch Necrozma in its regular form after defeating the Duskmane or the Dawn Wings Necrozma in raid. So that's going to be quite interesting for people to get the solar energy. Again, you have to kind of pay in order to participate. But let's take a look on real quick here on what those Pokemon can do. We're going to have this standard moveset here basically on PvP Poke real quick, which can showcase you how good Necrozma is with Shadow Claw. Future Sight Dark Pulse for the normal variant is the best combination, like what PvP Poke says. For the Ghost one, it's going to be the same kind of moveset, and for the Steel one, you kind of want to have Iron Head, as it's going to be the cheapest move and it's going to be Stab. So let's take a look on what they can do here. And you're going to see already that the Duskmane variant seems to be definitely way stronger and a very, very strong Pokemon in general to use, because while you don't have bait moves anymore, you basically guarantee a shield based on the stats that you have, plus you have Stab on both of the charge moves, which is kind of mad, and Shadow Claw is the best fast move in the game, which is kind of mad. So apparently they kind of just made them better. And if we're going to take a look now at the new moves, we can actually put them in here as well. I would most likely actually get rid of the Psychic one, most likely. I'm not too sure if Future Sight might be actually better to keep. But we can take a look here for this one at Moongeist Beam, which I just put in there again with 60 energy. Not too sure if this is going to actually be happening. And then we're going to take a look here instead of Iron Head, of course, because you don't need double steel coverage. We can take a look at the Sunsteel Strike. I'm not too sure if I wrote this correctly, it doesn't really matter anyway. But as you're gonna see here, look at the Necrozma Dawn Wings if you're gonna get this one. This looks kinda busted, like literally one of the most broken one at all. And so I'm curious, might be even 65 energy, but I feel like 60 energy does make the most sense here for them. But both Necrozma Dawn Wings and Necrozma Duskmane going to be most likely very overpowered. Here's the thing. You're very likely going to need to raid quite a lot of Necrozma to get all the candy, so definitely try to get yourself a Psychic type variant of a Mega that you can kind of push high in order to get more XL candy for those Pokemon, because XL candy is going to be very important, and those Pokemon are going to be very important for the Master League. So if you are interested in the Master League, definitely try to maybe even get both of them. You are not supposed to play both of them, I think, at the same time. I think they count as the same Pokemon because they both are Necrozmas, and usually you would not be able to play both of them at the same time. So maybe it's actually just worth it to get one and just like decide on which one you kind of want to choose. But like both of them going to be very, very good, and so it's going to be quite interesting. But yeah, this basically is. We're going to have another video here real quick as well, where you can see the fusion a little bit better, I guess. And yeah, are you excited for this one? Are you excited to do some more raids for those Pokemon? Let me know down below. It most likely does not matter what kind of Lunala and Solgaleo you use to fuse them, by the way. I think usually it would go by the IVs of Necrozma if you want to basically build the Pokemon. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Two Pokemon that are going to be very important and very strong, and also those going to have very likely adventure effects, which you already saw, which is most likely going to be revealed a little bit later on. So stay tuned for this. So those moves, Sunsteel Strike and Moongeist Beam, going to get most likely another effect, just like we saw already with the recent one, which were like the Roar of Time and also the, forgot the other one, Spatial Rent. So definitely stay tuned for this. I already made a video about this, but otherwise, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Let me know again in the comment section, what do you think about this kind of news here, that we can basically get those Pokemon. I guess it was kind of already revealed, but we didn't know the strength of Moongeist Beam as well as Sunsteel Strike. We didn't know before the moveset, which is most likely final now because they completely changed it again. But yeah, those are going to be very broken. Definitely something worth rating. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.